In this track and trade high finance trading training video, I want to highlight one of my favorite features of the software, and that's the Trade Simulator. The Trade Simulator allows us to go back in time and trade actual market data. Now we do that in a historical sense. We can go back in time, just like a time machine, to any point in time in any contract and start trading it forward. And you'll notice over here on the right-hand side of the screen we have play controls. These play controls allow us to move the chart forward and back one day at a time, just like a VCR. Now you'll also notice that we have this little red button right up here in this corner. See that little red button? That's what indicates that the market is in simulation mode. If I was to click that button, it would turn it to green, and then of course it would start tracking the real market data, the current market data, as it came down from the servers. But right now we're in trade simulation mode, and so we're back in time. And you can see that right now this is Google, and we're looking at Google, and it's back in September 1st of 2005. And we can play some what-if scenarios in here. We can use our tools to help us make trading decisions. And I'm going to just use one of our indicators to help us make some trading decisions, and then we're going to use the Trade Simulator just to show you how it works. So I'm going to turn on one of my favorite indicators. That's the bulls and bears, and that's the red light, green light system. So let's turn that on, and you can see what it does is it changes the actual tick colors of the market, so you can tell when the market is in a bullish trend, which would be green ticks, or a neutral trend, which would be the yellow ticks, or the red ticks would indicate that the market has changed over into a bearish trend. Now right now you can see that we've received a signal from our indicator telling us that this market has ended this long bullish trend and has now gone bearish. Okay, and then it popped back up and went through a little bit of a neutral zone, but then continued bearish. It's popped up again and went into another little neutral zone. So we're waiting for a green opportunity, or an opportunity to get into the market and go long, because we're going to trade with a cash account, and we want to go long in this market. So we just step this market forward one day at a time by pressing the little step forward play controls. And you'll notice each time I click that, another tick shows up on the screen, just like it would if we were watching a daily chart in real life. And each day I wait for an opportunity to get into the market. And I'm waiting for an arrow and a green tick. And there we go. We've got an arrow and a green tick. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this trading opportunity. And the way I do that is, first of all, I have to open up my account. And I click on this little buy-sell button up here. And that's going to say, how do you want to open up your account? Well, I'm going to open up my account with $10,000. And I'm going to trade with a cash account. We do have the ability to do margin accounts, but let's just trade with a cash account on this one, and we're going to hit OK. And now we're going to come in and we're going to place a market order. Now a market order means that I'm just going to get into the market first thing tomorrow morning when the market opens at the very best price I can. And I'm going to do that by clicking on the screen, and you saw I grabbed that little BS button again, and as I drag that mouse up and down, I can use that to line that, see the little rubber band that comes out of there? I can use that to line up with areas of support and resistance. And so that's how I know where to place my stop order based on historical areas of support and resistance. But of course I'm just going to do a market order, which means I just want to place it on the market's current price. I release the mouse button and it brings me up this order dialog box. Now remember, this is a simulator. This is not going to the real markets. We're back at September 1st of 2005. This is not going to place an order in the real markets. This is a simulator. So I'm simulating that I have an account brokerage fee of $14. I'm going to buy, let's buy 10 contracts because they're at $295 at this point in time, and I'm going to do this at the market. I could do market on open if I want to. It's going to do the same thing for me. The current price is $296.16, and I'm going to make this good till canceled. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And now the next day, the following morning, when I click this tick forward, I will get filled in the market. And there's one other wonderful feature about the Trade Simulator that I want to show you. Watch this. If I come down here and I grab the bottom of the screen and stretch this window up, I now have an accounting system in my software. The Trade Simulator is actually an add-on feature to the base application of Track and Trade. Track and Trade was designed as a component piece software application. So you buy the base application, and then whatever features you want to add into the software, you can pick them up. So if you want the Trade Simulator, you can buy it and add it in. If you don't want the Trade Simulator, you don't have to pay for it. So that's the way we've built the software, with these little expansion packs or expansion modules, allowing you to expand the software and give it additional features that you might want to have. So now, as you can see, if we come in here to our open profit, you can see the order as we've set it up in the software. And as we move the market forward one day at a time, each time we get a tick that comes in our favor, we see our profits or our gains increase right here in this column. And we can see the percentage of gains, and we can see our fees, and we can see our price totals, and we can see all the information that we need to know about this individual trade. Now, if we were trading multiple contracts simultaneously, which we easily could do, we'd just have to go up, open another contract, place another order. The other order would be listed in here as well, and we would see the profits and losses based on all of our trades trading simultaneously. And that's just a quick summary of how we use the Trade Simulator in Track and Trade High Finance.